So recently Future dropped the video for Tony Montana, and to our surprise, Mr. Drake was not in it. Future was a little upset, and a lot of people are kind of upset. How important do you think it is for the song as a package, or even for an artist, when you have somebody being a feature, for them not to follow through completely with the song and be on the video?
We don't know what was the agreement. Was Drake supposed to be in it? Was he supposed to be in the video and do the remix? Was he paid just for the remix? Are they friends? Like, what are the logistics? It seems like the way he's acting, there was some kind of agreement.
Future,
the way Future acting, there was some kind of agreement that was made. And the way Drake responded on Twitter the other day, he was like, he told them and they want a steak.
Yeah.
So
That kind of foul.
Drake looked at it as like, hey, I'm doing you a favor. And now you want the whole dinner plate.
I can totally understand why he'd be upset. The only thing I'd have to ask is, because nobody knows for sure, what was the business like? What was the arrangement like? What did you agree on or disagree on? Like, where was that at before we got to this point? I can understand why Future's upset, because this is his big record, it's his big shot, it's making a lot of moves, it's getting a lot of play, he got a major star on it, like he wants to capitalize. And this is his career. I can totally understand why he's upset, but like you said, behind closed doors, who knows what's the normal for that kind of procedure?
Oh, if a label's behind an artist, or the management company, whoever's behind the artist, is gonna want to safeguard against the feature bailing on them, especially if it's a huge artist, which was the case here.
Right.
This was Future record with Drake, you know, so them getting the verse in the first place was a huge coup. That's why everybody was so fucking surprised when it came out. By Drake not appearing in the video, he's fucked the song. Nobody likes Future's song.
I don't think he fucked the song. He put too much on it.
Am I? He fucked what was left of the song.
I mean, the song was already out and popping.
I think the song could revive again.
Think about how long, right, the video was meant to kickstart had Drake been in the video.
Yeah.
The video is coming out 4 months after the record came out.
It's been out even longer.
The record is dead.
Yeah.
Like, it's been in strip clubs long before we heard it. Seriously, anybody who listens to Future has moved on to Magic.
Tony Montana is hotter than Magic.
Tony Montana's been out 10 months longer than Magic. Anybody who listens to Future has moved on from that record. And he's just releasing a video for it after his second single has, for all intents and purposes, impacted.
I honestly think it could have worked. I don't think they should have shelved it, because he doesn't have a look, period. And all we were associating Future with is the Tony Montana song, whether Drake's on it or not. So to completely skip over it and go to Magic, now you're almost like reintroducing Future with a song that might be not as hot as Tony Montana.
I went to a music convention in like April, and it was like all of New York radio, like every DJ on Power and Hot, right? And we were in Magic City. It's my first time there. Love that. And that song came on. No, none of us heard it. I never heard it before. New York hadn't heard that song. In Atlanta, it must have been popping. When everybody came back, as soon as I got in my car, Cast One was already playing it. And I don't know if that's what made it or drove it over here or had an impact on it or not. But this was in, yeah, like April. So the song to me died, and this video could have like revived it, brought it back.
Okay, but if let's say there was some problems with Drake and you know off the door, your Future's
I say fuck the video.
If there's a problem with him,
I say fuck the video.
So you're gonna let Drake dictate the move of that single that still has a little bit of life? Are you just like, fuck it, like whatever, like we move on now?
I move on to Magic, I move on to getting a feature for a remix, or I remix Tony Montana. I don't go back and try to do something new with the original record. That's throwing good money after bad. I'm not chasing the feature, I'm chasing good business. Why would you make a video for a record that's all but dead and you have another record that's bubbling that you can be driving towards? He could theoretically roadmap Magic to make it last through the winter into the beginnings of spring. If he gets a video done for it, works on a remix, and continues that seeding. But instead he's chasing Tony Montana, and all he has to drive it now is a little bit of controversy that Drake doesn't even have the common decency to reply to, because this nigga's pushing an album. He gave him a tweet, he got half a bar. This record, this video would do nothing for Drake's career. He's in an album cycle. It does nothing to propel him forward. It would have meant the world to Future, and Future can feel disrespected and slapped in the face. But, you know, chalk it up to Drake just doing good business. And, you know, you got the verse, it propelled your record, let it be that.
If Drake's on your song and there's not even no video, and then the next song you make it hotter with even put Wayne on the next one as a feature.
We could still be like, what if? We don't know what the logistics were. Maybe he was supposed to be in the video and got dicked.
This is just a lesson for all artists out there. Like, cover your bases, make sure your paperwork is straight, make sure you have it signed and dotted and notarized and laminated if you need to, exactly what you expect and exactly what you're entitled to by this thing happening. If you pay an artist an absurd amount of money and they don't follow through, handle your business. If they do follow through, good business, everybody shakes hands, everybody wins.
Featured artists more nowadays are actually, we don't really see them in these videos, like, you know, with the Lloyd video, Andre 3000 and Lil Wayne running, and that's a good song. Beyonce, with they switched up and put J. Cole on the remix. Andre 3000, again, would have been another great look for, you know, because that was like the video for that was weird and artsy and, you know, different, so it would have been good to have him in that video. He hasn't been around for a minute, so that'd have been dope. But yeah, I think it's very crucial that these features are supposed to be in these videos for huge songs. So yeah, I think it was kind of a messed up move.
Just a general rule of thumb for features: know who you're going into business with and know what you expect from that business, and have your business right, and just have a contract that speaks expressly to those points. Like you need to explicitly say, this is what's expected from this feature agreement. If you're going to appear on the record and record a 16-bar verse, we also expect for you to appear in the video for your 16-bar verse in 2 different settings for a total of 32 rapped bars and an additional 90 seconds. Arbitrary number, but an additional 90 seconds of content for the video that pertains to this record. You know, spell it out. Don't just do things on a handshake or on like the expectation that someone is going to do right by you. Because the best of business people are ultimately great at business, and if something isn't good for their brand or something isn't bringing some sort of viable footing to their brand, they're not going to do it.
It's kind of a big deal if Drake's a feature on your song. So you gotta milk it from the beginning. When y'all was in the studio, you should have had a camera out. You should have been on your A game. Somebody should have been thinking that contract from the 16 bars should have been the same thing for 16 bars on camera and in the studio. Should have been part of the whole package, and the video shouldn't have came out so late. You should have took the glory of Drake on a song and went with the next one. I'm pretty sure there would have been some Drake lookalikes in DR, but I don't know if it would have been the best idea for the video.